Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in to our channel today. In this video, we are diving deep into a topic that many of us shy away from: failure.
We often hear that failure is bad, but what if I told you that it could actually be the key to unlocking your success? We'll discuss why understanding and embracing failure is crucial for your personal growth and how it can lead you to achieve your goals. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos filled with valuable insights.
Unlocking success, the hidden power of failure. Today we're going to talk about something that we try to avoid at all costs: failure. We're taught from a young age by our teachers, parents, and society that failure is bad, that it's something that we should be ashamed of. But the truth is, many of the most successful people started out as failures and eventually succeeded because of the benefits that failure brought into their lives. So in today's video, we'll go over 3 ways that failure can ultimately set you up for success. Our first tip is that failure is feedback. In 2019, researchers from Northwestern University published a study looking at what separates winners from losers. They collected millions of data points and discovered that the biggest predictor of success wasn't how hard someone worked, how persistent they were, or even how many times they failed. The biggest predictor of success was whether or not they learned from their failures. You see, failure is a form of feedback. When you fail, it means that the strategy you implemented was flawed. Somewhere along the way, you made a mistake or miscalculation. In these situations, it's crucial for you to identify what this mistake could be so you can try to avoid it the next time around. For example, let's say you've been trying to improve your social skills. You just had a conversation with an acquaintance where things got heated when the topic of politics came up, and afterward, they stopped talking to you. In this situation, you quote-unquote failed, but it's fine because at least you got some feedback, which forces you to rethink how the conversation went. After some reflection, you might realize that maybe you shouldn't have gotten emotional when the conversation shifted towards politics, or maybe you shouldn't have labeled the other person in any negative way. These are all things you can try out the next time around. Over time, as you fail over and over again, you will get better and better at speaking to people, as you realize there are certain things you should or shouldn't do. Without failing repeatedly, you never get the feedback needed to learn these lessons. Tip number 2 is that failure increases resilience. A study was conducted where researchers followed 2 groups of factory workers who had recently been laid off. One group had lost their jobs 3 times before, while the other group only lost their job once before. The researchers expected the first group to be discouraged and take longer to get back on their feet. But surprisingly, they found that these workers were more optimistic and found new jobs more quickly than the workers in the second group. The study concluded that the workers in the first group were better equipped to deal with failure because they had experienced it many times before. In other words, they were more resilient. These workers had dealt with failure enough times in their lives to know that it's an expected part of life. Getting laid off yet again was not as much of a surprise to them, which gave them a more stoic perspective. This mindset is the epitome of resilience. Psychologists argue that resilience is important because it helps us keep our cool when stressed, adapt when circumstances change, and focus on long-term goals, all of which are crucial for success. Knowing that we've become more resilient also gives us the confidence needed to take more risks and lean into challenges. Tip number 3 is that failure increases creativity. The average entrepreneur has 3.8 failed businesses before building a successful one. When you fail, you're forced to tap into your creativity. What do I mean by this? Well, for example, not many people know this, but YouTube was originally a failed dating site. The initial idea was that people would record and upload videos of themselves talking about the partner of their dreams, but it was so unpopular that the founders couldn't even pay people to stay on the platform. This huge failure forced them to go back to the drawing board and tap into their creativity.
Eventually, they landed on the idea that they could remove the limitation and let users upload videos on whatever they wanted.
And thus, the YouTube we know and love today was born. It was this large, painful failure that forced the founders to think of a creative solution to turn things around. Failure is an inherent part of life. Everyone encounters it at some point.
While some failures are merely minor obstacles, others can lead to significant consequences.
However, when it comes to online safety, failure is not an option. That's where today's sponsor, Aura, comes in.
Have you ever wondered if you're doing enough to protect yourself from online crime? The internet is a goldmine of information containing details like your legal name, email address, home address, phone number, and even info about your family members.
Data brokers exploit this information by selling
your data to spammers, telemarketers, and others looking to learn more about you. That's why I'm thrilled to introduce our sponsor Aura, which offers comprehensive digital security for your devices, defending you against online risks.
Aura provides a variety of cybersecurity tools such as a VPN, password manager, real-time credit and identity theft monitoring, and more, all within a user-friendly app.
You can get everything at one affordable price.
Aura takes care of ensuring your online safety, and by visiting aura.com/improvementpill, you can sign up and receive a 2-week free trial to begin safeguarding your personal information today. Make sure to click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen to kick off your free trial right away.
A massive thank you to Aura for sponsoring this episode.
And that's it. In order to succeed in this world, you must embrace failure.
Realize that failure is a valuable form of feedback that forces you to think creatively and also helps you build resilience at the same time.
I'll leave you with a great
quote from Tony Robbins. When you succeed, you party, but when you fail, you ponder, and all great things come from pondering.
I hope this video was helpful. Besides that, stay tuned.